I just love getting out and about in the beautiful South Australian environment. And I'm always really keen to play my part in looking after it. Being a proud resident of Burnside, I've always tried my best over the years recycling using the split bin. But the time has come for an even greater effort in managing our household waste. This new 3-bin system reduces waste sent to landfill and increases the material we send for recycling and composting. Let me explain how it works. This little fella here with the red lid is for waste to landfill, and it actually replaces the right-hand side of the split bin, and it's picked up every week. Yes, it is a little bit smaller, but by the time we separate our waste into recycling and compost, there's not going to be a lot left over. This red lid bin is for things like soft plastics, including plastic bags, cling film, chip packets, lolly wrappers, and packaging materials like polystyrene foam, strapping and rope. And even nappies too.
IWS has been in the waste and recycling industry for over 30 years. We deal in everything from construction and demolition materials to curbside residential waste. In the background you can see a whole heap of mixed material. You probably notice that there's a lot of recyclables in there as well, like cardboard and plastic and food, which can all be sent to different markets to be sent back to the supply chain to be used again. So if we do receive it in this condition all mixed together, where there's nappies mixed with cardboard and possibly syringes and things like that, we can't actually go through it. It is important to reduce the amount of waste that you put in that red bin, because ultimately that reduces the material that we send to landfill and reduces the amount of carbon that we're putting into the atmosphere.
Next, the yellow lid bin, and that's for all household waste that can either be recycled or reused, and that takes the place of the left-hand side of the split bin, and it'll be picked up every fortnight. It's got double the amount of space as more materials can be recycled or reused. We all know we can recycle our bottles and cans, paper and cardboard, but there are many more things too. Let's go inside and I'll show you some good ideas. For instance, keep an empty clean can under the sink, and when you've got used aluminium trays or sheeting, simply scrunch it up like that, pop it into the can, and even the lids. So collect the lids, and when it's full, squeeze it together and then into your yellow recycling bin. Always remove the lid and give the container a quick rinse. These lids are recyclable, so gently squeeze them, pop them in the container. When the container's full, pop it into the yellow bin. You can also slit a milk bottle down the side and place lids from butter, margarine or ice cream containers inside for recycling too. For metal bottle tops, you can collect those in a can, crush to seal and put it into the yellow bin. Pizza boxes without food in them and even empty aerosol cans are also recyclable.
Busy Recycling is the destination of your bins with the yellow lids. Some of the materials that we do like to accept at our recycling plants are your paper, cardboard and plastic materials. Some of the items that we don't like to receive are your fabric, organic waste, nappies and any other type of material that cannot be recycled. One of the misconceptions that we do tend to find in the community is even responsible recyclers will place their material inside a plastic shopping bag. One of the processes we follow in our plants is anything concealed inside a bag is removed from the process and sent to landfill. The reason for that is our operators have no way of telling what's inside of that bag. It could contain any type of contamination from animal droppings, nappies, even shredded paper is something that we don't want. At the end of the day, it starts with you at home, and our efficiency and the ability of us to keep material away from landfill is heavily determined by what goes into the yellow lidded bins.
Well, what's left? This is where it gets interesting. Did you know that almost half the household waste that ends up in landfill is food waste? There is no good reason why organic material should make its way to landfill where it creates methane, a greenhouse gas with 21 times the warming potential of carbon dioxide. If you love to garden like I do, then you'll probably like to compost too. But not all of us have the space all the time. So Council, along with Zero Waste SA and Jeffries, are introducing a kitchen organics composting service. This new service comes with a kitchen organics basket and a roll of compostable liners each year. Now, if you need more, simply buy them from the council or a hardware store. Always use compostable bags with your organics basket. Never use biodegradable bags or plastic bags, as they simply don't compost. This basket can sit on your kitchen bench top or under the sink, and it's good for all of your food scraps, including tea bags, dairy products, meat bones, seafood, eggs and oyster shells, along with paper towels, tissues and napkins. And even hair can be put in the kitchen organics basket. Once full, or every 2 to 3 days, you simply lift it out and place it in your organics bin with the green lid, along with your green garden waste. It's that simple. This green lid bin is for organic material only. If it didn't grow, it doesn't go. Go ahead and put your kitchen food scraps, lawn clippings, prunings and weeds into this bin. Even animal droppings and shredded paper are okay too. But please don't put in any plastic bags, even if they are biodegradable, or plastic plant pots, irrigation hose or rocks. They are not compostable.
What we can see here is largely garden organics. We had the challenges with people being in the garden where you get the garden pots, which is not compostable. This material obviously turns into a range of compost soil and mulch products, which are really useful not only in the home garden, but in South Australia, a lot of the viticulture sector uses or horticulture where we grow all of our vegetables and so forth. But obviously this doesn't turn into great compost soil and mulch, so it's quite costly and also devalues that end product where we have to compost through this material and then largely manually or mechanically pull this sort of material out. And obviously it's all mixed in, so we can't get maximum value. Most of this will end up in landfill instead of, if it had gone into the right bin, it could be reused again, which is really what we want to do. After about 12 weeks, this is what ends up, this beautiful compost. So if we all put the right thing in the bin, ends up into this great compost soil and mulch. Back onto the garden, perfect.
Okay, so you have your waste to landfill bin, red lid, recycling and reuse bin, yellow lid, and your organics for compost bin, green lid, and your basket. The more people that use the 3 bins and the kitchen organic basket, the greater the impact it will have in protecting our valuable South Australian environment. And that's not only good for us, it's good for our children and our grandchildren. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.